Hey, it's Skip and Heather Broyles. Uh, we just wanted to do a short video for Coach Chris. We've been with him and his project for a couple months, and we've seen some great things. So we just wanted to share them. Hopefully, they can assist you as well. The biggest thing that I was frustrated with prior to his program was just the inflammation, packing on the weight, not getting on the right macronutrients, and just struggling with food cravings and a bunch of other stuff. How about you?
So yeah, it was right after Boston. We'd gone to Boston and we had all the food and all the alcohol, and I had gotten my hip started hurting on that trip, and I was having a hard time walking. Came back, saw a doctor, realized that it was bursitis and that I needed to get my inflammation under control. So, ironically, Skip had found Chris on the internet earlier that week, and we had a trip to Boise planned, and so we met him in person that Sunday. I had seen the doctor on Thursday, saw Chris on Sunday, and we started this on Tuesday. It was Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, it was a pretty quick turnaround, but we met with Chris in person. Just a really good person.
We
Very
connected too.
Yeah, yeah,
Really,
very
really
very
well.
relatable. I've gone through some rough times in my life and very very difficult times, and he was able to relate with me because he's gone through very similar situations that I went through.
Just life
So
stuff.
yeah, so it was pretty amazing. A person our age in our early 40s and was able to have similar experiences. We've tried the gamut of different programs. We've tried the keto. We've tried intermittent fasting,
Optavia.
Optavia. We've tried, South Beach diet. We've tried about all of them.
And all of them we are not good at.
Yeah. So one of the coolest things that we liked about Coach Chris and the Bowl Foundation was just giving us the list of foods that we can eat and that we could partake in. And
Yeah, it was a different approach instead of all the things that we couldn't have. Like, don't have this and don't have this. He's like, just eat from the list. Here's
Yeah.
all the things you can do. And it was just a different mindset.
Yeah, and so it was. I don't know. It's been pretty. I think it's been pretty interesting because it's not like we're starving. It's quite opposite. Yeah, I tell Heather that they put us on the calories that we can have, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, I just feel like I'm eating all day. Uh, so since we've started the program, I'm down quite a few pounds, and I started out at 340 pounds, and just starting to cut that down is just awesome. And Chris has been there along my side and Heather's side, and it's been pretty amazing. Some of the cool results that we've personally seen.
Oh, mine was a big one.
Yeah.
I remember texting Chris one time because so I'm a letter carrier and I do a lot of things with my hands. And when I have had arthritis in my right hand for 3 or 4 years, maybe noticeably. And then one day I was just like about to ask Skip if he could open up a jar for me, and all of a sudden I just did it. And I was like, "What just happened?" I was like, "That didn't just happen. Like, it was obviously just loose." So I tried it again, and I truly did not have pain in my hands, and it still. That was about a month ago.
Yeah.
About a month into all of this, maybe it's 6 weeks into all of this, and I was like, okay, I'll take it. So
Yeah,
that was
and-
one of my big wins.
And my biggest thing is, so when we were in Boston, we were walking every other day. So Heather can walk, and I don't like walking. I can drive and ride in a car, and she
And
can't.
I can't sit.
So
that long.
it was kind of like one day we're walking, one day
I
we're
would rest
riding.
well.
So anyways, for me, it was very difficult to walk in Boston, but now I'm walking. I'm able to get my steps in for the day. My back doesn't hurt as much as it used to.
Mm-hmm.
My joints don't hurt as bad as they used to. It's been a huge change for me physically, and I've got more weight that I would like to lose, but it's kind of interesting because the composition of my body is changing, and so yeah, the scale, I've reached a second plateau, so was 318, 319 plateau, and then I busted that plateau a couple weeks ago. Now we're going to the next plateau, so it's pretty awesome. We didn't really have any fears.
No, I was all in. I was so excited
it
after
was
meeting him.
it was pretty cool because like we just we're very cautious people in real life and our business and everything else. But when it came to after we met with Chris, he spent some time with us up in Boise, and just he brings a different energy to the party, and like just all the anything that you could be scared of. He walks you through.
He's not afraid to have that conversation with you. To get through it.
Yeah,
and it's not
very
just
cool.
he's not just like a nutritionist. Like he's like, okay, yeah, this is what you can eat, but let's also talk about like your life blocks, what's going on at work, like what's the stressors at work and at your home life, and are you exercising enough? Are you drinking enough water? There's like more aspects to just eating food, and also more aspects to like just losing weight. It's not always about losing weight because, like you said, is the body composition. My weight's trending down, but I'm gaining, I'm losing, I'm gaining, I'm losing, and I can tell that something's working because my clothes are fitting differently. I'm not as bloated. I just look better in general. I hold myself a little bit better, but yeah, I think that as I'm losing the fat, I'm gaining the muscle, and then the muscle in turn will help burn the fat off more. So this what the scale says is not. It's just a tool.
Right.
It's not necessarily all be all.
And Coach Chris, he's a personal trainer. I don't know, the guru on the internet in Boise, but he's turned more into like a friend to me. I'm transitioning to a different company, and I've had some really stress-inducing things and some very, very difficult times in the last couple months personally. And the first time it happened, a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, I just shouldered it, and I was very quiet, and I just kind of tried to stomach it myself. And the second time it happened, I just sent Coach Chris a message, and I don't think he does life coaching for a living, but he was there to listen to me, and it completely turned my whole thought process and mindset around, and within 24 to 48 hours. And I know he's not a doctor or whatever, but a friend that knows more than I do with this stuff and can just relate with me personally, and not only that, but can understand where we're coming from and genuinely care about our personal and physical health. It's just
he wants to see us succeed, and so he's a great cheerleader. We should get him some pom-poms.
Yeah, definitely a great cheerleader. But we've learned so much from him in the short amount of time. We plan on being with him for a while, and at least be his friend and have him help us out through our rough times, and hopefully we'll be able to contribute to him and his family as well. We've learned a lot. The biggest thing, the eye opener for me, was the 21-day detox, the inflammatory diet.
Yep.
And it's I don't know, it's really interesting because he gave us this list and said, hey, just do this. If you can do it, great. If you can do it, then I'll work with you. And I was like, all right, cool. And so we did it, and oh my gosh, like the difference was just, it was almost overnight.
You could tell.
Yeah.
You could definitely
tell. The bloating went way down.
The cravings.
The cravings went way down.
Oh my gosh, I was an avid coffee drinker. My sister owns a coffee truck, and so I was, I drink coffee all day long, and that was one thing I had to give up, and I was just like, oh, probably won't be able to do it, and I did it. I did it.
That was the hardest thing.
Yeah.
And it was like, switch to herbal teas and water. I'm like, oh, yay.
Yahoo.
And so now we have just a variety of different herbal teas, and instead of brewing a cup of coffee in the morning, we brew hot water, and we have our teas. And the cool part, one of the coolest things that I've noticed with me is my sugar cravings. So I mean, I could knock out a half gallon of ice cream, and
We live right by Culver's.
yeah, so it's a piece of cake. But and then Halloween, our family's big on spud nuts or making donuts out of potatoes, and I'd knock out 12 to 20 of them in one sitting.
Make yourself sick.
Right.
For sure.
And this year it was different. I had two, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I got to wash it down with some protein. And so I got a chicken breast and the palm size thickness of my hand, like what Coach Chris says, and we down that. And then the really cool part is I got to go protein powder shopping. And so we got I think 30 pounds of different proteins and
cream,
oh yeah,
banana.
tons of different kinds.
If
so.
you make banana with almond milk and
right.
ice cubes, it tastes exactly
amazing.
like a 7-Eleven banana Slurpee.
Oh yeah,
oh
absolutely.
my gosh, I've missed those.
Yep.
So
So some of the biggest surprises and things that we've come up with, just working with Coach Chris. The biggest thing that Heather has some great news again is that she started running again.
Oh yeah.
Which she did a half marathon a while ago.
It was 8 years ago, and that was in November. And then in February, I was in surgery because I'd blown out a disc. And then I went to physical rehab, like physical therapy, for a year after that, trying to get me to run again. And they're just like, you're just gonna have to change the way you run because you're just, and I never could. I never fully could get running again. And then I was scared too. I was scared to run because I was scared to hurt my back again. It was kind of a mental thing. But this last week, last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yep. On Thursday, I was doing my treadmill walking, and right at the very end, I got walking so quickly, and my pace was so fast that I was like, you know what, this is like a running pace. I put my arms down on the arms of the treadmill and kind of held myself up so I didn't have as much impact. But I did. I ran for 6 minutes and straight, and I was like on cloud 9 all day long. I was so proud. I hurt for the next couple of days, but I was just stretching my hams and my quads, and I got through it. And then I thought maybe I'd do it twice a week, but I've only done it on Thursdays. So my third time's coming up this week. I'll run again. I'm gonna try. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, and I touched on one of my biggest surprises for me was taking control or retaking control of what I put in my mouth. It's very interesting. You don't become 340 pounds just because. The biggest thing is the cravings and the sugar and all that fun stuff.
And the mindless eating.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, Coach Chris, he's like, this is the set schedule that I need you to eat. And so he kind of takes the thinking out of it, and which is what I think is cool is here's a list, pick 2 items and rock and roll with it. And so when I try to get fancy and do my own thing, then Coach Chris kind of reins me back in and is like, hey, Skip, let's try to be a little bit more consistent.
Yeah, it doesn't
let's
have
try
to be
to
complicated.
Yeah, and so that was pretty interesting and very cool to be able to see that. And then I've been able to walk a little bit better and get my daily steps in, which I haven't been able to do much of, just because I hurt too much. And so that 21-day detox program really just kind of fired me up and got me on a roll.
And that was very simplistic. But once we continued on with on the program with them, my biggest worry was, I'm the mama, so I have raised 5 babies, and I take care of a family, and I cook for our family. But obviously, what I've been doing up till now hasn't been working. So I was very conscious about making sure the nutrition was there and making sure that we were hitting our macros. And so we signed up for Kitchen Coach, and I like it. Yeah, it's been very, very helpful. They're very simple, easy to follow.
Really great recipes,
and they're really good. So sometimes I was like, I didn't expect that. Very simple.
That combination, I don't know, should work out. It actually does.
Our
work
ultimate
out.
favorite is, and Emily's, our 12-year-old daughter, loves the caramelized pineapple chicken.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
that
amazing
one,
with
we
the
have
coconut in it.
Yeah, we have that about once a week. So
Yeah,
that's
it's
good.
pretty amazing.
The
and
recipes are great. It's worth it. I'm glad that we signed up for that.
Absolutely.
Had
Yeah.
a little bit of coaching on that. So.
Yeah, and you know, that was Heather's one of her biggest concerns was just not knowing any recipes. So, you know, Coach Chris, he teaches us the single ingredients, and so you stick with the single ingredients, and but then you can add a little bit of variation. You can use the spices that are approved in the 21-day detox, and it's pretty amazing. I mean, we made some salmon that we make with this green cilantro sauce,
Oh yeah, a chimichurri.
chimichurri sauce that's to die for.
It
It's
is.
amazing.
Our son in Seattle is a chef, and so he helps me with that.
Yeah,
But
so
it fits.
it fits within the detox program. So it's pretty cool, very exciting. You know, we're living with less inflammation today. We're able to have a little bit more energy. You know, I'm still working on getting to that next step where I can go to the gym more often, and I still do some of the exercises. But right now, I'm working on just cutting my weight, which Coach Chris is like, you know, he tailors the program specifically for you.
Mine's different than yours is.
Yeah, it's different, and it's like, okay, I had some exercises that were hurting me, and Coach Chris is like, hey, let's kick down some few pounds first, and then let's go back to the exercises, and then let's do this, and so you know, just having that open line of communication with him, you know, it's just been phenomenal. Like I said, he's more than just a coach to us, especially to me. You know, being just deep with him a couple weeks ago, and him helping me through some of my life things that was amazing. And you know, I couldn't ask for not only a better coach, but a better person to work with, and not only for, you know, the physical and the dietitian aspects, but just the great person that he truly is. And you know, the support that Robin gives him and everything is phenomenal, and I just love it, and I'm so glad that he's part of our family and part of our world.
Part of our team.
Yeah. So, anyways, we'll close this up, but you know, we're still working on it. I've got a bunch of weight to still lose, but you know, we're just losing it low and slow, and getting stronger, and just trying to live our best life, and that's all we can do, and I hope that you guys see some benefits in this as well, as much as we have. So, any last words?
No, we love Coach Chris.
All right, we love you, Coach Chris. Take care.
Bye.